Nestled in the rugged, fertile mountains of the southern Caucasus, the disputed territory of Nagorno-Karabakh is once again in the headlines. The name itself means mountainous black garden. Armenians, who make up 95% of the population in Nagorno-Karabakh, call their homeland the Strong Forest. Built in the 12th century, this monastery is typical of most Armenian structures. For many Karabakh Armenians, religious faith remains a deeply important part of their lives. The region is dotted with hundreds of traditional Armenian churches and monasteries.
Karabakh is a fascinating region which has very much the same culture as Armenia. We are in a real Armenian region with a Christian background, which is very important. We are in the heart of Armenia, but not in a political sense. That is also very interesting.
An enclave of Azerbaijan, Nagorno-Karabakh declared independence in 1991 following the collapse of the Soviet Union. It resulted in a fierce war between Armenia and Azerbaijan. The conflict finally ended in 1994 after a Russian-brokered ceasefire. However, the territory is still not internationally recognized as separate from Azerbaijan. Neither is its president, who remains defiant.
It's no secret that Azerbaijan chose to militarize. We've stated many times that we would like to avoid any military conflicts. However, that does not mean we are not ready to defend ourselves.
A war zone still exists along the border between Nagorno-Karabakh and Azerbaijan. Armenia took control of the region, but no one lives here anymore. All that's left are empty, mostly destroyed houses. The conflict had a high price. Some 17,000 Armenians and 25,000 Azeris were killed. In solidarity with Azerbaijan, Turkey closed its border to Armenia. Nearly 1 million people were also displaced by the war. For Azerbaijan, the annexation of Nagorno-Karabakh was an act of occupation. But for many inside the territory, it was seen as an act of liberation. Since the 1994 ceasefire, the region has fallen into a so-called frozen conflict. Despite that, both the Armenian and Azeri armies are on high alert. This place is called the point of contact. The whole is vulnerable to sniper fire from the Azeri side, so only a quick glimpse is possible. It's a tense standoff, and soldiers both sides of the border are aware of the dangers.
I want peace for my country, that's why we're here. I don't want the situation to carry on. I would like to be able to live in peace. However, it's our duty to stay here.
Travelling along the border remains dicey. Next to the road, the former war zone is still full of landmines. It will take years to get rid of them all. Many Armenians living inside Azerbaijan have also moved to the region. They were forced to flee after large-scale anti-Armenian riots in the Azeri capital, Baku, in 1988. While their relatives fled to different parts of the world, the Sarkissian family decided to escape to Nagorno-Karabakh. It's not been easy, but after both he and his wife Laura found a job, Michael feels the hardship they've encountered has been worth it.
So that's why I became a journalist.
I am very happy to be in my homeland. The good thing about our tragedy is that we are here now. That's very good. I believe in God. I strongly believe in him. That has helped me and my family a lot.
Самое главное это вера в Бога, честно говоря. Очень сильно меня поддерживает.
Nagorno-Karabakh itself is only small, a mere 4,400 square kilometers with about 140,000 inhabitants. However, the tension the territory has stirred in the region has been big. But now there are hopes that that hostility may be easing. Both Turkey and Armenia's presidents met twice recently, attending their respective countries' Football World Cup qualifiers. The two leaders also signed an historic agreement in October to establish diplomatic relations and lift border restrictions for the first time since the 1990s conflict. Equally significant was the meeting at the end of November between the Armenian and Azeri governments, with both presidents committing to resolve their difficulties over Nagorno-Karabakh peacefully. Despite Armenia and Turkey agreeing to open their borders, the agreement must still be signed by the Turkish parliament. However, Armenia's president remains positive.
Armenians and Turks should be able to ratify the protocols because both our parties have the majority in our respective parliaments. We must use our political will, otherwise, what was the point of signing the protocols? We are ready to ratify and we expect Turkey to do the same.
Meanwhile, Nagorno-Karabakh remains internationally isolated. Many observers believe a direct corridor without restrictions to Armenia could relieve tensions and allow the territory to export more of its mineral resources, such as copper and gold. Since 2002, one company has started extracting both. The mine makes just under 10 million euros each year, even though economic growth has been hampered by restrictions surrounding the territory's borders. Only America and Armenia send financial aid. The bitter rivalry between ethnic Armenians and Azeris in Nagorno-Karabakh dates back centuries, and many hurdles to a political settlement remain. However, the recent intensification in efforts to find a diplomatic solution may offer some hope after years of stalemate.